a stay-at-home dad, watching Disney movies he never had. His daughter digs through all the VHS, crushing the classics in a princess dress. Informed like Scuttle, Kurt's got your ticket, making it real like Jiminy Cricket. Most are off the Captain Hook, but if the Tweedledum, he'll be taking more shots than Bambi's mom. Leaves him raised like Simba, or cracked like the beach dishes. He'll show you a whole new world, you won't need 3 wishes. Stay at home, Disney Dad.
21 years ago, Disney got freaky. Let's press play. Trailer for a Hidalgo. What the hell is a Hidalgo? Sneak peek for a new Lion King motion picture event. Lion King 1.5, more like 1 point, the most disappointing movie Disney has ever released. Oh, I'm feisty today. Let's go. Freaky Friday. An ad for Lilo and Stitch, the board game. That's amazing. The Freaky Friday soundtrack features music from Lilix, Halo Friendliness, Lindsay Lohan, Simple Plan, and American High Five. Some other bands I've either never heard of or just make me feel old. Lilix, however, Google Lilix. Good times. They had a few really good hits, and the gals were like in high school and their first single exploded here in Canada. Feature presentation, THX Hum, love it. Scrolling blue logo, love it. Walt Disney Pictures presents Freaky Friday. We start with Renaissance paintings to the song Happy Together, and I think I'm the only person in the world who hates this song, but then it turns into a punk song. As Jamie Lee mom tries to wake up Lindsay Lohan daughter, she's doing everything over the top to get her teenage daughter out of bed, and I know it's supposed to be funny and it's played off as comedy, but it's not that far off from how I get my own teenager out of bed every morning, or attempt to, right? Jamie Lee Curtis is mom, and she's dropping her angsty teenage daughter off at school, and there's drama because her daughter no longer hangs out with her old friends anymore, that friends that her mom approved of. No, she's got new friends, and they're in a band together. In the school hallway, Lohan sees Jake and the dude she likes, and he side-eyes her and keeps on walking. Mom is a businesswoman, she's a psychiatrist, she's always on the go. Lindsay Lohan failed her paper on Orwell's 1984, and false, because angsty kids love that. Angsty kids love George Orwell. They love 1984. Mom is a psychiatrist. Like I said, this movie makes fun of people who need therapy right off the bat. There's a guy waiting for her to show up to work, and he's rocking back and forth outside her office. Back at school, Lindsay Lohan is being big leagued in volleyball by some like 30-year-old that's apparently in the same high school volleyball team as Lohan. So when it's Lohan's turn to serve, she serves it right into the back of the bully's pretty little head. That was actually really rewarding. We are now reminded how busy Mom is as she's fielding phone calls on her old 2003 cell while grocery shopping and annoying everyone around her in the grocery store. The next few minutes are just back and forth between these 2 days. Lohan drops her stuff and Jake picks up a guitar pick and gives it back to her. And he talks her up and asks about her band. He's suddenly flirty. Jake wants Lindsay Lohan, who in this movie is called Anna, but for the rest of this review, I'm going to refer to her as Lindsay or Lohan or double L or Linslow, or, it doesn't matter. Just, who I'm talking about. Jake tells her to get on his motorbike, but she can't. She won't. Her mom would kill her if she rode on the back of a motorbike. He has an extra ticket to the Hives concert, but her teacher suddenly pulls her away from Jaker and tells her, less boys, more test prep, and she assures him she's ready for the test. Back at home, both gals are exhausted. Her little brother's banging drumsticks against her guitar, and she chases him around the house. She takes her guitars to the garage, and her band is in there rocking out. Mom gets home and finds her brother he has gitch tied over his head, and Mom is not happy that Lohan has tied his gitch over his head. But they have company, so she can't yell at her daughter just yet. Oh, and she's also a published author. That's an important thing. Crazy deaf grandpa shows up as Mom is cutting the gitch off her son's head. The girls are singing about how they don't want to grow up. In the garage, Lohan is shredding a guitar solo, and Mom flips the breaker to the garage, ending the practice. One bandmate goes, bummer. Dad is that actor who I should know, but I don't. Mom says, great, now we can hear. And Grandpa goes, nope, still nope. And that's actually pretty funny because he's deaf. Her bandmates are excited because one of the local bands dropped out of the Wango Tango auditions, and now they, Lindsay Lohan's band, have to be there tomorrow at the House of Blues, #Disney Springs, to take their place in this contest, but that's going to conflict with Anna's mom's wedding rehearsal, and Anna is the maid of honor. Lohan goes into her room, and her little brother is wearing her bra, dancing on her bed, pretending to be her, and that's, I don't know, that's telling. There's some layers there. That's not how I would imitate my sister, but Lohan then notices her door. Like, the door is missing, and Mom says she lost her privacy privileges, so Lohan threatens to kill herself. Oh, sign of the times, folks. 2003. Mom says the principal called and told her that she was in detention twice today, and yeah, privacy is earned, so no door for you. She tells her about her beef with Stacy on the volleyball team, and she got an F in class, and lets it slip that she knows a Jake, and he's a really amazing guy with a motorbike, and she met him in detention, and Mom laughs and says, well, that's promising. And as a teenager, I would have been furious at my mom if she said that, but as an adult, that's an amazing shot right between the teenage eyes, right? At the restaurant, Anna is being a capital B to her dad, or her future stepdad, who's now trying to help. Mom asks if she thinks her surliness is the best way to get what she wants. And I am old because I'm all about the parents over the kids in this movie so far. Anna mentions the bad thing and that she wants to skip the wedding rehearsal tomorrow for this audition, and Mom is like, there is no way. And then they get into it. She's like, it's Wango Tango, and Mom is like, it's obvious my one special day means nothing to you. And yeah, see, watching some of these movies makes me feel old because I hate this ungrateful lunatic kid, right? Mom says, high school isn't that hard, and Lohan is like, you wouldn't last one day, and Lohan continues, you have a perfect, easy job, and Mom laughs, and that, I had totally already forgotten the premise of this movie until now, because they're beating me over the head with a giant foreshadowing bat. Mom says tomorrow is going to be the one day that's not going to be focused on Lindsay Lohan, on you. Bam, take that. They each get a fortune cookie, and they read them in sync, and that troubles the Freaky Friday gods, and there's a mini earthquake that shakes the restaurant, but no one else felt it. That night as the ladies sleep, there's a wind and spooky shadows and violin heavy music that ends with a gong. The next morning, Anna wakes up with Mom's voice in her head, and it's Freaky Friday. We've swapped bodies like that classic episode of the Flintstones. The mom in Anna's body gropes herself. So Lindsay Lohan, the actress, has to touch her chest and her like pelvic region, then two-hand grabs her own butt, while we hear Jamie Lee Curtis going, that's not mine, that's not mine, that's definitely not mine. It's funny, you see, because women get old. It's quite the script. The brother comes in Lohan's doorless room and is like, come quick, Mom is dead. She's like, I'm dead. No, Mom isn't dead. She's just a lazy teenager that sleeps in. Anna can't wake her up because she's a lazy teenager. Mom, who is in Lohan's body, runs to the mirror and freaks out because she's old. She drops the famous movie trailer line, I'm like the Crypt Keeper. Okay, dark implications because her wedding is tomorrow. So Ryan, the mom's future husband, would have to have sex with Anna's mind and Mom's body. Okay, they try to reverse it by running full speed head first into each other just as the brother's or son Harry passes the doorway and sees the collision. That's funny. They start to hammer out details. Mom and Anna's body can go take her high school test and easily pass it, and they argue and pretend to be each other then. Anna in Mom's body is like, I can't pretend to be a psychiatrist, and Mom in Anna's body is like, all you have to do is just sit there and say, how does that make you feel, over and over. So many unnecessary shots in this movie. Mom walks away and the son sees her thong is sticking out of the back of her pants, and the son shudders. That's kind of funny. The fiance is driving them both and they're saying passive-aggressive things about each other, as each other. Anna in Mom's body is like, yeah, it's great we're getting married. It's amazing how quickly I got over my old husband after he died. Okay, that was pretty funny. We may have turned a corner here, folks. They get out at school and Jake pulls up in his motorcycle, and this scene is great. I'm officially into this. This is funny stuff. This is some good writing. Is Jake the guy from the Goo Goo Dolls? He might be. Mom as Anna cuts it right off with Jake immediately. Mom as Anna says hi to Stacy, the mean cheerleader, and Stacy jerseys her and dumps her over the bike rack. This movie is clicked finally. Mom knows Stacy sucks and why her daughter hates this now. We get a montage of Anna as Mom trying on a million outfits because she realizes she has a credit card. The montage song is What I Like About You, a cover by Lilix. Anna in Mom's body answers her phone and cancels stuff she doesn't like for the wedding, and cancels her root canal and drops the ball with her needy client. At school, Mom in Lohan's body gets a pop quiz dropped on her. It's about Hamlet, and Mom is ready to go. The teacher asks a jock a question. The jock bumbles through it. Next, he asks Lohan, and Mom in Lohan's body answers perfectly, and the teacher goes, that's overreaching, and gives her an F. At the office, Anna in Mom's body hates all the needy clients. She keeps asking over and over, what do you think? Mom in Lohan's body realizes high school does suck, and that the high school teacher actually went to high school with her, like the mom, back in the day. And she turned down his advances back in the day, so now he's taking it out on her daughter. And she calls him out on it. over to the other side. Lohan in Mom's body is talking to a client and freaks out on this other mom who read her daughter's diary and actually like lays it on the line and explains teenage relationships and what words and actions actually mean to the mom, and it's pretty good advice. Now Mom in Lohan's body says that she will not be able to go to the Battle of the Bands. She's going to the rehearsal dinner, and Anna's bandmates start inadvertently spilling the beans and agreeing about what the real Lohan says about her mom to her mom. And although this is very hard to explain verbally, this is some really well thought out stuff. Lohan in Mom's body pulls up in her car with a short haircut now, and they're driving together, and Mom in Lohan's body's shoving fries down her throat because she won't put on weight because she's got like teenage, you know what it's called. They drive back to the Chinese restaurant and are like, something happened and you gotta fix this. The owner and the daughter fight in Chinese, talking about how these two girls are the worst and they deserve it, and one day they will thank them for body swapping them and teaching them a valuable lesson. Metabolism! They finally tell the swapped gals that when the fortune cookie comes true, they will return to their own bodies. In the height of this dramatic moment, they realize they didn't finalize a caterer or she canceled it, and the Chinese duo bully them into letting them do it the next day. I honestly can't tell if I should be offended by these characters or not in 2024. I should say again, it's very confusing writing about them in each other's bodies, because now they go to school for a meeting with their son, brother's teacher as he's having trouble with bullies. She, Lindsay Lohan in Mom's body, keeps tossing her brother under the bus, and she's like, I don't care, hold him back, I don't care. And then the teacher shows her a paper the boy wrote about who he loves the most, and it's about his sister, who is in Mom's body, reading the paper. My nose is bleeding, but this is actually a really sweet moment. Now, Mom in Lohan's body tries to make peace with the mean cheerleader. The cheerleader's like, yeah, okay, sit with me during the test. And Mom in the kid's body's like, success, that's all it takes, be nice. But I feel a betrayal coming. Back at home, the fiance takes the kid in Mom's body to a surprise, and he got her a spot on a talk show about her book, but it's not her, it's the 15-year-old girl in a professional psychiatrist's body about to do this live interview back at school. Mom has no idea about this math test. This is funny. She's like, I've never used pi in my life. Cheerleader writes on a note, like on a piece of paper, and gets the mom to look down at it, then goes, oh, a teacher, she's cheating off me. Mom gets busted for cheating and gets detention. The boy Lohan likes, Jake, actually works in detention, and he's like, I can help you finish the test. So he takes her through this private like teacher's room and into another room where there's no one else and where all the tests are. So he finds the unfinished test and he says he'll watch the door as she finishes it. We go to the live TV interview, and Lohan in Mom's body is bombing the talk show. She doesn't know how to answer anything, but suddenly she just kind of snaps into it and starts making fun of old people and the way they are and old people problems, and the crowd is loving it. Back in the school, Mom finishes her math test, then takes Stacy's test, erases all the answers, and writes, I'm stupid in big letters on it. This movie's really funny at times. Back at the talk show, Lohan's now answering questions as a kid would, and the crowd thinks it's great. Why clean? The kids don't care. Quality time? Leave them alone. Why cook? Get takeout. She's like, you all keep everything bottled up. Like, if a hot guy likes you, you should scream. Come on, scream. And the audience screams, and they all love her, and everybody's screaming, and this thing is the greatest thing. Mom with Lindsay in her body shows up at the TV station with Jake, and he's like, damn, your mom is cool. And she's like, can you give me a ride home? And he's like, no, I saw what you did to Stacy's test. You're too young and immature. Oh, it's taken a while, but this movie is awesome. Now Lohan in Mom's body shows up at the coffee shop where Jake also works, apparently, and they bond over music they like, because it's really Anna in Mom's body. And oh my god, Lohan in Mom's body is gonna bang Jake. Is that where this is going? This is all I want. She snaps out of it though and realizes what's going on. She's like, I gotta go, I have a wedding rehearsal. Now Jake is like, no way, you're getting married, right? Because he's so into her. Whoever this actor is, he actually looks like the guy from the Always video. Oh, shut up, Bon Jovi's amazing. Well, you think I've watched 223 Disney movies in a row and I don't like Bon Jovi? Mom in Lohan's body finds the fortune cookie fortune, and Lohan in Mom's body hugs Jake's back while they're on the motorbike. They pass her fiance in a limo, and he's like, what? Back in the house, the women are having an issue because Jake wants to date Lohan in Mom's body, and they start having real talk, and Mom is like, what is it about my fiance Ryan that you don't like? Is it that it's not your father? Ryan comes home and is like, why are you straddling some teenager on the back of a big black Harley? She's like, I just needed a ride. And Mom in Lohan's body saves the day and is like, I like the guy. And Mom agreed to meet with him to check him out, and she did. and she approves. And Lohan and Mom's body's like, she approves? Really? Snap! And off they go to the wedding rehearsal. Then outside we see Jake singing Hit Me Baby One More Time to her mom. And Mom in Lohan's body is like, you can't date her. She's too old. And he's like, are you kidding me? She's hot for her age. And Mom in Lohan's body's like, really? His attempt at whatever that movie with John Cusack and the ghetto blaster moment didn't work. At the rehearsal, the band is looking to kidnap Lindsay Lohan, or the main girls are going to try to reverse the fortune, so they're reading it together. Selfless love will change you back. They try to be selfless. They hold hands and hum because that's being selfless. Okay, no, the bandmates are there to kidnap Lohan. And then Jake shows up. They're like, tell him you're going to the bathroom and let's go to Lohan and you'll be back right away. Now Lohan, in Mom's body, tackles Jake and is like, it's not me you like, it's Anna. He's like, no, it's you I like. Now the band appeals to the fiance Ryan and they're like, can she please go to this battle of the bands? And Ryan is like, what are you talking about? Of course, go. And like, yeah, honestly, I know it's supposed to be a movie for teenagers and all that, but would there be any fiance that wouldn't let their future stepdaughter leave this for like half an hour to audition for something this big? Now Ryan is like, look, I always wanted your daughter to like me on her terms, and tells the mom, like Lohan, to go with her and cheer her on. Okay, so now Lohan in Mom's body likes Ryan the fiance, and Mom in Lohan's body likes Jake, but Jake likes Lohan in Mom's body, so what do we need? What's left? Fiance Ryan has to be attracted to Mom in Lohan's body. Was this movie sponsored by the House of Blues? Their logo is all over this. The band starts, but Mom in Lohan's body has no idea how to play guitar, so she's just standing there on stage. This scene is giving me actual anxiety, but Lohan in Mom's body intercepts her trying to leave the stage and is like, get back out there. I turned your guitar off. Just go out and pretend to play, and then I'll play from behind the curtain backstage. And we build to the guitar solo when Lohan in Mom's body just shreds it, and I hate myself for being this into this movie. It's extra funny because on stage, she has mom body language, and backstage, Mom has teenage body language. They do a great job of this scene, for real. I didn't see this coming. I mean, I should have. I figured Lohan in Mom's body would get on stage and win over the crowd as this like rockin' old lady, and the bandmates would love her and want her to join the band, but I wasn't sure where they would go from there, so this was way better. Great scene. Back at the reception, everyone thinks the bride bailed, but she shows up. And let's wrap this up. Mom in Lohan's body is like, you gotta postpone the wedding until we clear this up. No, Lohan in Mom's body is like, what? No way. But she also doesn't want to have sex with this guy in her mom's body tomorrow. So she goes to cut it off. Instead, Lohan in Mom's body starts the toast and swerve. Lohan in Mom's body gives a killer speech and is all in and all about Ryan and tells the story of their love, but like from the daughter's perspective. Like stuff like, I was so happy, I started singing in the shower again. Damn, Disney, you were sticking the landing of this movie. She's like, no one will ever replace, like the dad, but someone as special as Ryan could join us and become a cool new little family. And suddenly, earthquake! This is the come to Jesus moment that reverses the spell, and they're back in each other's bodies. Ah, Disney, I mean, I'm one notch below emotional right now. At the wedding, everyone is happy. Lohan is in Lohan's body, Mom is in Mom's body, and Ryan is about to be in Mom's body as well. Hey, it was getting too real. It was getting too emotional. I had to break that tension somehow. That was a good joke. Shut up. Jake shows up and he's not interested in Lohan's mom anymore. He's interested in Lohan now. That last swerve feels super forced. It makes him and guys in general look stupid. Like there's no reason for him to not still be attracted to the mom. And if I'm Lohan, I'd probably be a little annoyed at him for perving on my mom that hard anyway. We end with comedy with the caterers when the owner, the older woman, gives the deaf grandpa a fortune cookie, and then the daughter, like the Chinese caterer's daughter, football tackles them both over. Har har. Credits roll over Lohan's band, rock band playing at the wedding. So did they win the House of Blues thing? All right, credits. Who's Chad Michael Murray? He sounds like a boy band member. Mark Harmon? Is that the Community guy? I suck at this. I should know, but I don't.
That's what I think about.
What do you think?
What we have is a concern about Curtis Anderson. His interviewing style is not the best. His personal appearance is not the best. I was wondering if the man has some kind of a hold over the channel that he's allowed to be employed for so long with the standards of journalism and personal appearance that he has. Thank you.